everybody, and welcome to GenFriends. I'm your host, Sherry Hudson-Passy from Carolina Girl Genealogy, and we've got a wonderful special guest and great panel. We're going to talk about relative race, go figure, season 16, and we are on day 6. We've got Jenny Hawran from Like Herding Cats Genealogy. Hello, Jenny.
Hello, happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here too. I love your orange. It's so pretty.
Thank you.
We have Mary Kircher Roddy from MKR Genealogy with your beautiful quilt in the background.
Hello, good to be here.
Glad you're here. We've got Laura Hedgecock from Treasure Chest of Memories with no penny laying on the bed tonight.
We've been in the other room. She had a big play date with her girl
Uh,
with her
okay.
friend.
Well, we forgive her, but maybe she'll hear our voices and she'll come on in and say hello. So,
Nice.
but we've got Kayli. Woohoo! We've got Kayli from season 15.
15.
I want to make sure. 15, of course, from Team Red, the big winners of that season. And Kayli's come on to help us talk about what happened on day 6, which there was a lot of things happening on day 6. It was another really, really good episode. We went into it um, with, well, there was breaking news that was going to happen, which was really fun. But, of course, we start out always with the teams talking to their relatives and just kind of looking at the maps and Sadie was making taffy with her grandmother. How fun was that? What a cool
So
memory.
much fun.
Yeah. But we remembered from day 5 that Dan had said the benefit for Team Green, who came in first on day 5, was to not have to deal with the breaking news. And in the end, I think that's really what helped them. But during the results, but I thought that was really funny. So all the teams except for Team Green got that video, and and it just said breaking news, and Dan was this reporter talking about all these different things and just being very slow about it, so the Team Green could get going, they could get on their way, and everybody else had to sit through it before they could find out where they were going. So
It was
um,
very reminiscent of our boot camp video where he just had us
yes,
running in circles and just doing
yes.
nonsense for 5 minutes. So,
Exactly. Exactly. I thought that was really kind of funny. So,
Mhm.
and it was just absolute nonsense. Jake even said, "All right, Dan, we get it. We get
Get
it.
it.
Just hurry up so we can get moving." So, yeah, just
He honestly he did it like it was a big dad joke. You know how the
yeah,
kids laugh at the dad jokes, like,
yeah, yeah.
But the
ah,
rubber chicken
The
made an
rubber,
appearance.
yes, the rubber
Yeah.
chicken made an appearance. And look at that. And it makes an appearance again. We
Very
all,
fun.
we should all get rubber chickens. Why don't we all
Yes.
have rubber
I
chickens?
have
Yeah,
several in
this
the
is
other
from our
room. Do you want
season,
me?
so I took it home. I still have the
Oh, I
chicken.
don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I wonder if because Sadie and Jake have that alien now in their back seat, so that'll probably go home with them.
Mhm.
But I think it's really fun when y'all take things from the season. I think that's really fun. So let's talk about. Oh, I thought it was when he was saying where they were going, and he told Team Blue they were going to Cincinnati, and he said it was home of chili. What did he say? Chili on spaghetti?
Yeah.
What?
Ew.
Seriously?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yuck.
You can't
Yeah.
defame a whole city like that.
But he
Few
did.
people just eat it.
Has anybody ever had it?
I've had chili on just regular pasta, but not spaghetti. So I guess it's the
I
same
think
thing. It's
that's
actually
what he,
pretty
it's
pretty
probably what
good.
he meant was chili on spaghetti noodles. Maybe that's what he meant.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's what he meant.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
no, it's really not that bad.
It's not that bad. It probably isn't. It probably isn't, but
Yeah.
I just had never heard of that before, so that was a little kind of disgusting. Well, and one of the main things we all wanted to know after day 5 was about Jerry and his glasses.
hmm
Mhm.
And I don't know about you guys, but I was happy that he actually was wearing glasses because my first thought was, who's driving?
Yeah, right.
And it's really hard when you break something or you don't
Oh
have something, you
my
lose it, and
gosh,
you don't really have
yes.
anywhere to go get them. So hopefully
Right.
brought an extra pair or they repaired it
Yeah.
somehow. Probably went to CVS and got one of those kits and repaired it.
Maybe. Oh yeah, yeah. And just repaired them. Yeah.
Hmm.
So Kaylee, what I didn't even ask you, and I meant to do that. I was get so excited about getting into the episode. Any updates from the last time we saw you a few weeks ago on
No, it's been very much the same. I still talk to my dad very often. I talked to my sister just right before I got on this call.
Oh, I
So,
love that.
yeah, I'm just, I'm still in cloud nine, and I'm just so
Yeah.
happy building these relationships with, those two, and just kind of seeing,
Mhm.
how this goes. I've wanted a sister forever. So,
Yes.
and this episode kind of hit a little home for me. So
Oh,
it was very
yes.
emotional,
Oh,
very
yes.
emotional.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. So we're always glad to hear that because I know for some of the teams on some of the seasons, things haven't worked out quite like that for them, and which is normal. So, but it's happy to hear that it's worked out for you.
Yeah,
And
I'm very blessed. I mean, ultimately, Dan and I both, we had kind of the good end of the story,
yeah,
and
yeah,
everyone we met is, just
yeah.
top notch. And so
I
I'm very
love
lucky.
that. I love that so much. I love that so, so much. Let's see. Who wants to talk about what one of the teams was doing? Well, first of all, let me tell you guys something. Team Green is in my part of the woods. They're so close to my neighborhood that wait till we get to where they are and I'll tell you. So they're heading up to Conway, South Carolina. And then Team Black. Laura, you said you traveled that path that they went on.
They went from Arlington, Virginia, where my son and daughter-in-law live, to
Hmm.
Fredericksburg, Virginia, where my daughter-in-law bought her wedding dress. So
Actually,
I have made
it was Fredericksburg, Maryland,
Oh,
not
I thought it was
Virginia.
Fredericksburg, Virginia. Oh, so I haven't made
Oh.
that trip. That explains why they could do it in an hour, because I was like, that took a lot longer.
Oh, well, that's okay, Laura. That's
Okay,
okay.
so they're going north instead of
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
That's too funny.
Thank you, Mary. So
And
my
then
contribution for this episode is done.
yeah, oh no, no, no. And then we've got, let's see, who do we talk about? We talked black, red. Red is going to
San Angelo, Texas.
yes, yes. They're so
Mhm.
funny because it's almost like they were saying that where they were going together, the different places where they were predicting that they would go. So I love them. They're so
Mhm.
great. They're so
Yeah.
great. They've got such a close connection as cousins. It's just amazing. You just want to squeeze them both, you know?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
just really love them. See, Black Green, who I think that's it. Yeah, we talked about what everybody was going, right? Did I miss anybody?
Yeah, because Blue
Yeah.
went to go eat spaghetti and chili.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. Exactly, exactly. And it seemed like nobody really had too hard of a time getting to their destination city that I could see. I was getting all excited because they kept showing little videos of the Sky Wheel in Myrtle Beach. And y'all know I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and we know that Team Green's in South Carolina. So I thought, oh, maybe they're going to do some scenes at the beach. No, they just showed the Sky Wheel. If you ever come to Myrtle Beach, go on the Sky Wheel, though. It's fabulous. It's just that big, big old Ferris wheel like thing, but you're all encaged in glass, and it's just gorgeous. It's beautiful. So I'm like, oh, they're showing that. I wonder if they're going to come down to the beach. No. So anyway, so Team Green went to Conway briefly.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but it's so exciting when the teams go someplace you've been or you live. And so they were in Conway and looking at the screenshots of one of my daughters lives in Conway, and I was showing her. She goes, Mom, I don't know where that is. That's not like the Riverwalk. That's not like the park I take my kids to. And I said, Do you think it's Coastal Carolina University? She goes, Oh, I'll bet that's exactly where they were filming that challenge. And
Hmm.
so speaking of the challenge, who'd like to tell us about that challenge? Oh,
It looked
Don't
actually
rock the
really
boat.
fun to me. I love Tetris, and I've seen that game at
oh,
Yeah.
Costco myself. I've tried to
yeah,
have my husband buy it, so I would have loved that. I love puzzles
yes.
and balancing,
Oh
but
my
that
gosh.
problem with rolling the dice and having to then
Yes.
use that piece, that probably added some trick and
Oh, I'm sure.
to
And
it.
trying to because if it fell over, you had to start all over
Right.
again. So they had to
Yeah.
roll the dice, and whatever the die said, that's the piece that you had to put on this ship.
Mhm.
And what was it? Don't rock the boat or something like
Rock
that.
Yeah.
baby.
Sing it, Laura. Go for it.
Well, and blue and black, I mean, seem to have a plan from the
Yeah.
start,
Yes.
Yeah.
which is good. They were very calm about it. And well, they all were, but then
Yeah.
green and red they just had trouble and they had to restart so many. I would have been so frustrated. They had to restart so many times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was saying, I really like the way that Sadie and Jake like communicate with each other and how he can kind of walk her through some of that. And it really showed in this challenge, that communication and help.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They're so close, and it's so obvious that it's not just, well, we're going on this together to find her, biological family. They are just close. They are very tight knit. And I mean, it just shows from everything they do, the challenges, the
But
driving.
she is so cute. Like, I'm not very spatially aware.
And then Jake hits her in the eye with the
With the
map,
map.
the
Yeah.
paper map. She's like, oh, poor thing. It's a good thing she didn't get a paper cut on her eye.
Oh, okay.
I've
Enough
done
eye
that.
stuff.
I've done that before. So let's move on. That hurt really bad. So, she's very, very lucky that didn't happen to her. But I just love them. You're right. Their communication skills
Yeah.
are just
And I
wonderful.
love just the way, I mean, they're there to meet generally Sadie's relatives, but
Mhm.
he lets the hug and he says that I'm Sadie's brother.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sweet. It's really,
Sweet.
really sweet. I love them. But unfortunately, Team Red timed out
and Team Green.
and Team Green timed out.
Yeah.
And so that's got to be so hard to time out of a challenge. Yeah, you don't know anything about that, do you?
No, only two challenges, but yes.
Well, and the weather tried
Or
to
one
kill
that blew up, but that's okay.
Blew up or blew away?
Both, I guess.
Yes, it blew away. Right.
It was gone. It was
It was
gone
just
in
there's no
minutes.
challenge for you. Oh, God. So I thought those were fun. Those were fun. I don't think that could be put in the big family reunion because I don't know that you could build that. Could you build that for a family reunion? I don't know. Maybe.
You could do it in miniature. Some
Oh,
of
there
those
you
things where they make
go.
a huge thing, you could
Yeah.
do in little pieces.
Sure. Figure out somehow. Yeah. Yeah. It would be a lot of fun. And there's a lot of kids that would love to play that. Like you said, Jenny, it's like Tetris. It'd be really fun. Or no, you said that, Kaylee, that it was like
They
Tetris.
actually sell a big thing at Costco. That is that type of thing where you can
Oh,
buy
they
the
do?
pieces like Tetris.
Oh,
I've been
really?
trying to get my husband to buy it for a long time, but he
Ah,
hasn't yet. But we
yeah.
will.
Well, maybe he'll watch this recording. Maybe
I
he'll get
might
it for
need that for the
Christmas.
cabin.
Yeah, there you go. See, yeah, thank you for
Maybe.
telling that. You should get something from Costco now that
Yeah.
everybody's gonna rush to
Yeah, go
Costco
get it.
and go
Get
buy
it.
it.
Put the link in the chat.
But you can't. It's just this big Tetris thing that kind of rocks back and forth with all these pieces. So they
Oh,
must have built something similar to that. So it's pretty cool.
yeah. Oh, that's really cool. Okay,
And
well,
these challenge producers, they do so much work. They build it all on their own. They paint
yeah.
them. They bring them in. They have a van that they travel with us. So it's pretty crazy to see.
Yeah. Go ahead, Laura.
I have a question. So, are the challenges on the way to the I mean, how do they figure out where to put them in the cities? Are they like between where they're coming from and the family? Or a lot of times you're doing a big detour to
No,
get to
they're pretty on the way. But it's a lot, there's a lot that goes into it because obviously they have to get permission for wherever location that they're at. Then there has to be filming permit. So they really are kind of binded to who can open this kind of situation. So sometimes we might have had to go a little bit out of our way to get back on to like a starting point. But for the most part, it's kind of on the way and then you leave from there and kind of keep going.
Yeah, because I like that question, Laura, because with Team Green, the place where they went was so far away from where their challenge was that you would think that would hurt their time, but they've got to figure out all that,
And they do that. They have a whole entire team over there that calculates
Yeah.
everything and has like a whole system of what each team needs to do and their time
Right.
frames. So, and I mean, it's so different from all of us because one challenge location might be closer than the other. So they
Yeah,
have
exactly.
a lot of work on their hands.
I can't even imagine. Yeah, and to get it down to the seconds is amazing as well. So,
Mhm.
yeah, so I'll go ahead and talk about Team Green, just where they were, just because I know where they were. So, like I said, we're
Get
pretty
it off the chest.
Get it off my chest. Yes, I'm bitter. So anyway, so that I think they were at Coastal for that challenge, but where they had to go to meet their relative was actually not in Conway, but actually in the Myrtle Beach area, about 10 minutes away from my house. So I was going, wait a second, as they're driving down the road and then they're showing pictures and they say, there's this road. I'm like, I know. And then when they said, we've got to turn on Homestown and they didn't know which way to go, I was like, wait a second, Homestown Road is nowhere in Conway. It's probably a good, from where they did the challenge, oh gosh, it's probably a good 20, 25 minutes away, maybe a little bit longer with traffic. And so as I watched them drive down the road, and then it showed where they turned. Oh my gosh. We've got the link. Terry found the link for the game for Costco. We will put it. We will put it in. Oh gosh, that's too funny. Leave it to Mary. Thank you, Mary.
Yes.
So,
I'm a researcher.
you are a researcher. So I'm watching. They're driving, and I could see that. Yes, they were on Homestown Road. Like I said, it's literally 10 minutes away from my house. My second daughter that lives in town, I have to drive that way to go to her subdivision. So they passed her subdivision. I'm like, what the heck? And then I'm thinking just 5 minutes more, that's the Sonic that I always go to. Or not even that, just a couple of minutes more. But they turn on Homestown Road and they turn into this driveway. I can see what's across the street, so I know it's across the street. So guess what I did, guys? I pulled a Mary. I got I got on Google Maps and I drove down the street and I found the house. And so I was like, yep, that's exactly where they went because I could, one-story house with, it was this exact house. Well, they also gave the address too, but still. So anyway, that was kind of fun. But yeah, I was just shocked that they were that close to my house. I mean, that close to my
Yes, really, wow.
they've been in the area before, but never that close to my house. And so, yeah, relative race producers, I'm a little bit upset. You didn't let me know that you were going to be 10 minutes away from my house. Anyhow, that's enough of me talking. So who wants to tell who Hillary met?
Sorry.
She met her
Her
brother.
her
Yeah,
brother Mel.
Yeah.
And what good looking brothers,
Yeah,
that he's got. I mean,
yeah. And she was jealous of his dreads.
Yeah.
And
big
she was
tall
happy he was
guys
so tall. Yeah.
and he was just so sweet,
Oh,
and it
yes.
was very very emotional, and they sat and talked, and he remembers her mother because he was in the house when she was raising the kids,
Mhm.
and their dad was incarcerated. He was away, and so he had a photo of her mom,
Mm.
and he gave it to Hillary, and talk about twins. We see
Oh
lots
my
of twins, but
gosh.
wow,
Yes.
she looked so much like her mom. And I know that she's struggling so much with
Mhm.
not being able to meet her and everything, and
Yes.
and of course she was emotional that she looked so much like her mom, but she also was somewhat comforted, almost like she had a
Yeah.
piece of her mother with her,
Yeah.
and that was really
Yeah,
it was really sweet.
that was
Yeah,
so
that's
emotional. Yeah. Go ahead, Mary.
exactly what she said. Every time I look in the mirror, I'll
Mm.
have a piece of my mother with me.
Yeah.
No, that got me. That got me all
Yeah.
emotional.
I think it
Yeah.
got us all. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was an amazing. Um, and when she said that too at the end, and Dan was like, "This is just so profound." That statement that every time I look in
Yeah.
the mirror, I know that I have my mother with me, all the
Yeah.
time, and I've always had her with me, and just
Mhm.
didn't know it. And so I'm so glad she got that photo. She needed that photo desperately.
Yeah.
She really, really did. And so
Mhm.
that was just a beautiful moment, a really beautiful moment. So,
Mhm.
Oh, it was great. It was just great. Let's see. Who would like to talk about whatever? What team do you guys want to talk about next?
I'll do
Mary.
Team Black.
Okay.
They went to Fredericksburg, Maryland.
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 And they met Sadie's niece, or sorry,
Yeah.
not Sadie's niece,
That's
Sadie's
it.
sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sadie's sister, who's only like
Younger.
2 years younger than she is.
Yeah.
They're really close.
Yeah.
And she was so excited to have a younger sister because she's always wanted a younger sister.
Yeah.
And then she got even more good news because she's really always wanted to be an aunt, and she's going to be an aunt.
Yes. She
And
was so
I
cute.
thought
I want
that
to
part
fill out
was
my
really
Amazon
fun.
card, she said.
And the baby, the sister said the baby, little boy, is due in June
Mhm.
in 8 weeks. So we know it was April that they were
Yeah,
were
yeah.
traveling.
So, she's an aunt now. So
Yeah.
that was so sweet. That was so sweet. And I just love how Jake always accepts these relatives and how they accept him. I think they can see their bond. It's so obvious. So I think they're seeing their bond and accepting that as well.
And I think that Sadie and Jake, like that whole meeting Tanaya and finding out that she has, a nephew on the way, that was for me the biggest moment probably of the race, is finding out that I had a little sister. I wanted her, forever. I prayed for her when I was a little kid. And
Yes.
but then to find out that I had a niece and
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I was an aunt, that was probably like the most emotional I felt the whole entire race, besides maybe meeting my dad, but
Yeah.
like the real emotions of missing out on her life and stuff. So I'm so excited that,
Yeah.
Sadie gets to be there from the beginning because,
Yes.
my niece is the best gift, the greatest gift that I got out of this whole show. I love Kennedy so much. And so I'm excited for Sadie. She's got a whole adventure for her. And
that
I
was
was just saying Amazon, Amazon, Amazon. What can I do? The moment I met her. So
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
Hillary too was so excited because Hillary's brother Mel has a son the same age as Hillary's son, and it's like, this is not just my family, but
Right.
now my son has
kids'
family.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
One, it really hits home too, because you don't think about that necessarily on the show until, maybe until you're in that moment, it doesn't really register with you. But my kids, are highly affected by, the show. And now they have a cousin. Devin and Kennedy are, 2 days apart, so 3 days apart. And, 2 little firecrackers, and their lives have changed forever. And I'm just so happy for them. So Hillary's going to have really fun with those two.
Yeah. Oh, that's so sweet. That is just so sweet.
And did anybody notice that Sadie and her sister like laugh alike?
Yes,
they talk
they're
alike.
very much, yes,
They
very
look
much
alike,
alike.
definitely. But the laugh and the I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh wow, you guys
Yeah.
are definitely related.
I know
Definitely.
she wrote that letter. She had a letter that, she didn't have with her at the time,
That's
but she
right.
had wrote her a
Yes.
letter, and it's really sweet.
Yeah. And it just helps Sadie to know too that people knew about her. And we, everybody has said how important that is, that people knew, that she existed and she hadn't been forgotten. And to know that her little sister had written her a letter was just so sweet. I hope that she can somehow resurrect it somewhere. She said the computer it was on is gone, is long gone, but maybe somehow some techie person can help her figure out how to get that letter back. That would be really sweet.
Well, if the computer's long gone, that's going to be hard.
No, what I'm saying is maybe it was backed up somewhere. She doesn't even realize it's backed up. That's what I mean. So maybe it's in the cloud somewhere. It can get resurrected and they can have
Never
it.
know.
That would be really, really sweet. Who would like to do Team Red? We're going to leave Team Blue for last because I don't even know if I can get through that without starting to tear up again. But
Kayli, does Kayli want to do Team Red?
Well, and Team Red,
Team Red, Kayli, yes.
Well, they found out today that first that they didn't have any strikes, so they were really excited to start their day with no strikes.
Exactly.
And I know that feeling. But
Yeah.
they went to San Angelo, Texas, where they've got to meet her aunt and her cousin, I believe.
Yeah.
Was a cousin. And just really great information that was shared with her. She got to see a picture of her grandmother and her great grandmother, even her great great grandmother,
Yes.
to see those multiple generations.
Mhm.
And then I could really tell that it hit Candace. You know, Candace had recently lost her grandmother. And so she, you know, she was freshly off the, you know, year mark of losing that. And so to get this information that her grandparents had passed and to see these pictures, it really just, you know, kind of brought up all those emotions and memories. And but it was really fun for her to get that information. And then they took her to the cemetery to see and lay some flowers. And
yeah, that was a beautiful moment. That was
yeah.
that was really great. They also showed her a photo of her father. This was an older, I mean, she's seen him as a baby, and now she's seeing him as an older person. But was it just me, or were they talking about him in the past tense? And that got
They
me.
were talking about him in the past tense, almost like he was, and he, you
Mhm.
know, he was this way.
Yeah.
I caught
It
on
got
to
me.
that too, and so I was
Yeah.
wondering if she caught on to that at all.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one of the first things I noticed when I was listening to my family talk is how they would talk
Yes.
about people. And when they would talk
Yes.
about my dad, they kept saying he is. He's
Mm-hmm.
always been this way. So I kind of
Yes.
knew he was still alive by that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm, you know, I kind of wonder
Yeah.
how she feels, you
Right.
know, at this moment on day 6. So.
Exactly. Exactly. So that got me worried. I was thinking, oh dear. But I mean, nobody has told her yet. And I mean, it's day 6. You would think that by now, if he's passed, somebody would have said something because you know she's still hoping. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
Or maybe they just want the right person to be able to tell her, or I don't know. I don't know. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, that I thought it was just me, but apparently it wasn't just me that caught that in the past tense. Yeah, yeah. So very sad. But let's hope. Let's hope it just she was just saying he was that way when he was little. So maybe that's what she meant. Who knows? Who knows? Anybody else got anything on Team Red?
Just that was the patriarch of the a matriarch of
Matriarch. Mm-hmm.
of her father's side of the family. So
Yes.
he kind of really, I don't know, felt like it was a little more special, like she was getting
Yeah. Yeah.
in with the
Yeah.
queen.
Exactly, exactly. And getting that information, like Kayli said, now she's got names of more generations back on that side of the family. And so that's got to be something that is just is grounding, you know, to get those names and know where you came from. So I'm glad that she was able to do that. We've had a lot of like genealogist type people that know the background, you know, in the families on this season. So I think that's really fun. Okay, guys, we got to go to we got to go to Team Blue. Oh my gosh. But you know, we've talked about this before, that sometimes the little package that they have us watch kind of gives us a clue
Right.
to who they're gonna meet. And so who wants to take over for me and talk about Blue?
Well, I will. Cheri met Ross. No, because we all been
We
waiting
knew
for
it was coming, but that was
and we're like, okay, nice that we have
yes.
the family tree up 16 generations, but where's Ross?
Exactly. Finally, you know. Yes, all these cousins have been great. But where's Ross?
But it was interesting because when he first saw Ross,
yeah,
I'm not
don't think
sure
it
it clicked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it clicked because he's like, introducing
Yeah.
Cheri, and Ross says, I'm Ross.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
I think his wife realized it before he did
I
because
think
you could see her face starting to change and
yes.
he was still talking and it was like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. Yeah.
This is the right age. I mean, right age. I mean, I would just age without looks. But they both had bits and pieces of memories, like
Yes. I thought that was interesting.
where it's just fragmented and you don't have a memory of a whole long story.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were so little. Yeah.
And they were so little and and I thought it was also interesting because I can't remember which one of them said dumpster diving, and Jerry said that really happened, right?
Jerry
He wasn't even sure like what his own memories were. So I thought that was really touching that that they would use, kind of use each other to kind of fortify their memories and put together their story a little more. But I guess Ross stayed with the mom, right?
That's what it sounded like, yeah.
And he was the
Ross
youngest.
saying, your mom, mom loved you.
Yeah. Well, remember that Jerry ended up in a hospital, and so that's probably why that he never went back. He ended up in the hospital.
So they probably severed the parental rights.
Probably did.
Or whatever happened.
Yeah.
But he was also saying he was the instigator and got them in trouble.
Well, he's the older brother. So
yeah,
Ross,
of course, that's his job.
I have two boys, and it's always the oldest.
Of course, no matter who really does it, the oldest is the one that's going to get in trouble because he's the oldest.
But
he's not the oldest.
No, he's not the oldest. Of the two of them.
But they were
my
the
heart
two
broke
youngest.
For those children at that moment, being so little and just in that environment that they were in, and then to be separated, and that's your only real lifeline to each other.
Right.
They've yearned for this their whole life. And so
50 years. Can you imagine? 50 years. And it was interesting because Shauna, his wife, put on one of the relative race Facebook groups. I can't remember which one, but she said that when they went in the house, that Ross was calling Jerry Barry because that was his birth name, was Barry. Yeah. And so he was calling him that because that's how he knew him.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, wow, that didn't make it, in the edits. That didn't make it for us to see, but she posted that, and I thought, wow, that's really special.
And did we ever find out that his mom passed? Because it sounded like Ross also was talking about in a way that she had passed and that she loved you and she would have wanted to do this.
Same kind of thing. Yep.
And he said, I found this in my mom's stuff, and which was the list of all of his siblings and the names and the birth dates that they had. So that's the first time he's had a list of all of his siblings and found out that they were the younger two.
Yeah,
and seeing baby pictures of himself that he'd never seen before.
Yes,
which is wild.
Crazy.
That's got to be crazy because most of us grow up seeing our baby pictures, and then to not have them, and then to all of a sudden have somebody show them to you must be just kind of surreal.
And I think there's obviously more to their story than we are privy to. But I felt like there's Ross staying with the mom. I think probably came with some things that probably weren't so great as far as her struggles, and they didn't really talk about that too much, and that's their business. But I feel like there's probably a lot that they probably talked about after the cameras were off.
I'm sure.
About what their experiences were, because Ross is like, one day you were just gone, like I didn't even know where you were, and it was like, that's got to be really confusing for a little boy, and then to grow up maybe in an environment that was unsettling, it was probably a lot going on there.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. Now there were, was it 5 total kids?
7, I think.
Oh, 7 total kids because they were the last 2. Okay, so there's 5 others that he doesn't know he doesn't know about. So that's 5 other siblings that he could potentially meet in the next few days. So that's got to just feel overwhelming to see.
Well, I think he found out when he met his niece, he found out that his oldest brother had passed.
Right.
So he had kind of already knew one of them.
That's right. Yep. Exactly. And he found out that he had 2 sisters. So he didn't. Yeah. He says, I have sisters. I had no idea I had sisters.
For some reason, I cried more when he was introducing Ross to all the other teams at the end. Because they were so emotional. Everyone was crying on the call, and
everybody was crying.
That got me more than the
actual. They have us talk on our media day, and then we talk together, and they always ask, who's the person you want to meet the most, and we kind of talk about those stories. So the teams knew that Ross was the one he was looking for the most, and in that moment when it happens, like I remember Joni meeting both of her parents, and Jen meeting her mom, and David just anytime he met a sibling, and it's like. How much they wanted that for them. And so.
Right.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
You gotta love, you support the whole teams the entire time. It's hard to like be in a competition mode when you just want everyone to get their answers.
Right.
And so,
Exactly. And I love that. And I think that's the
Mhm.
beauty of these calls. And I'm so glad they started doing that, many, many seasons ago. That became one of my favorite things is they actually met and talked and introduced whom they had met. And so you see that love for each other, absolute love and excitement. And you're right, Jenny, when he introduced Ross, I mean,
Everyone.
Mhm.
everybody was crying,
Yeah.
everybody was crying and just like, oh my gosh. I mean, Jake was like this.
Yes.
I know Jake was.
Yeah, yeah. So I love to see that support that they have for each other, even though it is a competition in the end, but it really isn't. In the end, it's about meeting all that family. It's just that, that check at the end is a great bonus. And a feeling of, whew, the race is over and we did it, we won. But I'm sure the family really is the most important. And you would know that, Kayli, because you got the check.
And the family was the best gift that you can ever
Yes.
want. For me personally, I'm just like, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So that competition was great when you finally
Yeah.
like you earned something and did
Yes.
something that was fun. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't have minded if any other team took the check home. I was just very happy for whoever took it. And
Right.
we all prayed together before,
Sure.
day
Yeah.
10 and just said,
Yep.
whoever's the best makes it happen and, let's let it
Exactly.
be. And we always would hug each other at the end. So I'm excited to see their day 10 because I know that they're all
Yeah.
going to be very supportive too.
Yeah, but no, they can't beat the tank. I mean, I just don't know what they're gonna do to beat your day 10. So
I said the same thing. I was like, if they drove a tank last season, what are they doing this season?
I know,
What is
right?
next? How do they top that?
exactly. It's got to have something to do with space because, but we'll see what they come up with. But yeah, so, we did get to results and, we're all nervous because nobody wants a strike. Nobody wants a strike, especially the teams that already have two strikes. They don't want that third strike. That doesn't mean anymore that they go home, but, you don't want to know that, uh-oh, we've got to do that extra challenge on day 10. So, but who wants to go over the results? Tell us who there's 1 second between Team Red.
1 second.
1 second. Yeah.
Before we go in there, I have
Yes.
to go because I watched it today.
Mhm.
That was the little teaser that's written. It wasn't even a teaser that's filmed. It said right there 1 second between first and second
Yeah.
place. And I think it's something about Team Blue's reveal. So
Mhm.
even that had a little bit of a spoiler there.
Yeah. Sometimes they do kind of spoil things for you. I'm like, Roller, stop it.
Well, and I saw it's something different though, because looked at that app last night
hmm
and it said that Candace discovered her grandmother died.
hmm
Oh
So
yeah,
that was the teaser that they said that it was printed on the screen. I mean, before I clicked
Yeah.
play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just interesting. And then of course the picture for day 6 was you could tell that Jerry was gonna meet Ross because he's hugging a younger guy and so who else could it be? And so I'm like sometimes like really stop. I don't want to know ahead of time. I want to
Mhm.
see it when it, like it's actually happening right there right before my eyes that day. Even though we know it was all filmed a long time ago, it just sometimes the spoilers kind of drive me crazy. But yeah, and for people that watched, I don't know if y'all know this, but that people who watched it on the app on Sunday night, it cut off as they announced team the first and second place, and as they went to announce the third and fourth place team, it cut off.
Not for me.
Well,
I mean, I
live.
watched it after, the
Yeah, so
live
you
on the
watched it
app.
after, yeah. But if you
Yeah.
were watching it on the app at 9 o'clock when they released it, because I've seen other people post it on the
Yeah.
Facebook page, it's like, what in the world? So, but I mean, technology will just have its glitches. But anyway, who wants to go through the results?
So black came in first, 1 second above green.
Yes.
And then it came down to blue and red. And you could really tell Shauna was like, we could still make it. We can still not, it could still not be us. Like we did good at the challenge. And so it ended up being blue came in third. And then of course red got their first strike.
Right.
Which
Exactly.
I mean, the more to go around. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm part of the strike club. Black didn't have it during our season for a while. So, you know.
Exactly. And you know that strike was because they timed out. And we think, but so did green, but green got to start early. That's
and then red turned around like 3 or 4 times trying to find their address. So that that takes a lot of time.
They struggled with that as well too. And so Team Green, they were lucky that they had that benefit. You know.
Well, and the thing about timing out though is I don't know whatever it is at 15 minutes or something. A team that doesn't time out could have taken 13 minutes to do it.
Exactly.
So the timeout is really
you don't
only
even
a
know.
2-minute penalty and not a 15-minute
Exactly.
penalty.
You just don't.
We had that on day 7 when we were doing the pool challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Team Green was only they were 3 seconds before they timed out, and then Team Black and us timed out. So they barely beat us. So it was kind of evened out in our drives and everything during that day.
So that's a good point, Mary. Yeah, exactly. We go, they timed out, so they must be going to come in fourth, but we don't know that because we don't know the other times, and so and they edited it well to keep us guessing. So we just or leading us down the wrong path because we think they're definitely not going to make it through this one. They're going to get a strike, and then suddenly they're fine. But I thought Sadie and Jake were so cute because they did not expect to come in first. They were shocked. They were absolutely shocked. So I thought they were really cute.
And next week they get to penalize the other teams with the chickens.
Exactly. That's going to be funny. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that's all about. I can't wait. So, interesting. That's going to be really, really fun. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we may have missed? Again, they introduced their relatives, which was, they were sweet with each of them, but I do agree with Team Blue. I think that really got us all crying. Everybody was crying. Everybody was crying. So, but I can't believe that we're, going into day 7. We always say these seasons go by so fast, but I don't know if I've just had an extra busy, last few weeks or what's going on, but this season really seems to have flown by. I can't believe that we're going to be at the end pretty soon. So, any predictions on who else they need to meet? Who might they meet? 7?
I think if I'm remembering right, that didn't Cheri meet his uncle at the very beginning, and his dad is still alive. So, and they're headed the right direction. I peeked about where Dad lives. So,
Mary and her.
Well, and I think that Sadie might still be able to meet her mom. So she's still on this journey, and then obviously Hillary and Cheri still have siblings to meet.
Exactly, lots of siblings, right? Exactly.
And I don't know about Candace. She's got she has a wild card of whoever she can meet. So.
Yeah, exactly. And we're still hoping that maybe Relative Race can work its magic and get Andrea something. Something in they gotta find something. But I do want to say that we were talking last week about how she got pictures at the beginning, but she let us know those pictures that she got they showed us on day 1, those were her adoptive family. She didn't get any pictures of her biological family. And all this time we were thinking that that's what she got. Yeah. So she let us know that nope. And she also, Mary, wanted me to tell you that she was thrilled that you thought she was younger than she actually is. So we so appreciate when the teams watch and answer our questions. That was funny. I will not say how old she is here. If she wants to post it somewhere, she can, but she's not very old. But she was thrilled that you thought she was younger than she is. So I just wanted to pass that along. So Anyway, who knows? Like Kelly was with us last week, and Kelly didn't think that she was going to meet anybody either, and they surprised her. And so, maybe that it's Andrea. Did I say Andrea? Well, whatever, Andrea. Well, is it Andrea or is it Andrea?
I think it's Andrea. It's Andrea, isn't it?
Andrea?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I
sorry.
think there's even like
There's a
apostrophe.
yeah. So sorry if I
Yeah.
said your name wrong. It's me late on a Monday night. So. Anyway, anything else that we missed that you guys want to talk about? Do you think we covered everything? Any questions you want to ask any of the team members? Well, that may watch, maybe they'll answer us about this episode. I want to know, Team Green, where your competition was. Tell me where it was. Was it at Coastal Carolina University? Because I'm trying to figure out where it was. So that would be fun to know. And I didn't know that if they have this little park like that on the campus. I don't go over to Coastal, so I don't know. Maybe they do. But anyway, another great day on the race. Another beautiful day on the race of finding family. It was just they're doing what they do best, right? They absolutely are doing what they do best. And Kayli, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
We love when you're here, and give Dan our love. One of these days, maybe he can pop in as well.
Yeah, I asked him this time if he could join us because I saw him on Sunday or Saturday for my mother-in-law's 80th. But yeah, he just works. He 5 o'clock because it's 5 o'clock our time. He's like rushing home from work. So hopefully one time he'll join us. But he's doing good. He sent his love and he just said, thanks for inviting us. So
that's great. That's great. Well, anybody else? Laura, you wanted to say something. You good? Oh, you're muted. Even if you did.
Yes, someone was playing the piano in the background, so I was just like,
oh, that's okay. A little bit of music behind us, that's fine. We don't mind. So anyway, thank you everybody for being here, and thanks everybody for watching. And don't forget to, you can go get the link when this comes out if you want to buy that toy from Costco. Thanks to Mary. And
they
yes,
put in the comments who they want to see people meet.
Absolutely. Put in the comments who you'd like.
Top 10 list of
Oh, there we go. That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
So
who do they meet?
Yeah, we do appreciate those of you that watch and leave comments and ask questions. That's really fun, and we really appreciate the teams that watch too and put up with our nonsense and not remembering half the stuff that goes on in the episode and arguing with each other about what happened some weeks. So we do our best, right? We do our best. So anyway, we will see you next time on GenFriends. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.